It's a Thirsty Thursday on the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Thanks for being a part of it. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I ever met. Tina Turner gone at 83, and we've got a tribute coming up. Also, because we are the show of food and fun places, we've got Tina Turner's carrot cake recipe. Oh, you know that's gonna be good. That's not all. Florida's going to the Stanley Cup. Yay. How about this? You thought you were a slow student? Going to tell you about the slowest student in the world. He's in BC and graduates 54 years after first enrolling at the University of British Columbia. We'll talk about that. Oh, you're going to love this. 7 surprisingly easy things that'll make you feel happier almost instantly. Yeah, I bet you one of those things is the weather. I bet that just a beautiful sunshine and nice warm temperatures, that is going to make you feel awesome and make you instantly happier. Good morning and welcome to the Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glenn, and this is the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life. And we're going to take you around the world today to booze. We're going to take you to the 10 most miserable countries on earth. Oh, who's really miserable? How can we cheer them up? And where's Canada on this list of the world's most miserable countries? Because it's not how these lists come out and I'm immediately like, okay, where's Manitoba? Where's Canada? Where are we at? Where did we rank? We'll take a look together. Also, big movie on the way from Disney, the live-action version of The Little Mermaid. I'll tell you, my daughter loved the cartoon version, and if you've got a Little Mermaid fan in your life, they're going to be wanting to go to McDonald's because Happy Meal is about to get a bit of a mermaid makeover. And we've got a first look at the toys coming up. Also, the Dutch solution to stress. So the show is incredibly happy today. Stress-free. It's going to be surprising things that'll make you feel happier. We're going to take a look at these miserable countries and figure out why they're so damn miserable. And we're going to have a lot of fun while we're doing it. Also, new sponsor on the show starting next week. One of a few that are lined up and ready to go for next week. I can't wait to introduce you to them. That's all coming up. That and more on today's edition of the Tyler Glenn Show. But first, let's go outside and see how things are looking. Green grass, sunny skies, not as much smoke today. I got to tell you, it's kind of nice. The smoke is starting to clear. I think those rain showers that we had earlier this week are starting to help. They are. Good morning to our sun seekers in chat and on social media who have jumped on to say hello, and we so appreciate you. It's so nice to see you. Tasha this morning, and Jody was up early to say good morning, and Quentin, and Porky Jr., Bernice is here, and Trev is here, and Porky Jr., and Misbehaving, and Nick is here too. Good to see you this morning, Nick. And Connie. Nice to see you. Good morning, Connie. And Kathleen, just to name a few. And we love seeing your name too when it pops up in chat and we start our conversations. And we will be turning to Tina shortly. But man, we are in for a 30-degree day today. C Steele, hey, good to see you this morning. A 30-degree day. Attention, everyone. Beautiful beach day on the way. I know it's Thursday. This is one of those, I don't feel good, boss. I don't feel too good kind of day. It really is. So, 30 degrees. This is going to be awesome. Sunny and 30. Air conditioner, does it work? I hope it works because you're going to need it today. It is going to be a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous day. Ring the bell, gorgeous day. So get ready for it. Not much to talk about there, except get the sunscreen on if you're going to be spending some time outside. And actually, we flipped the script a little bit. You're going to make sure that you got water with you today, sunscreen with you today. It's like candy. It's like candy on my lips saying, make sure you've got sunscreen and make sure you've got water. It's just pure joy that those words are leaving my mouth this morning, that it's going to be sunny and hot. And yeah, I know there's concern about possible rain. Oh, you got the Fort Ellis inauguration coming up tomorrow. I hope the weather holds. And of course, we've got the Brandon's biggest garage sale coming up this weekend, and I'm hoping the weather holds for that too. Now, there was rain initially. Oh, they're saying Saturday there will be some rain, and it's a good chance, 60% chance of rain on Saturday. But Sunday's going to be nice, and Friday is going to be okay. Could see some thunder showers late in the day on Friday. But today is going to be just gorgeous. Could see some more smoke roll in, though, Environment Canada is saying, so be aware of that. Uncle Bo is the last in the bunker, and that means he has to clean the room when the show is over. That's a nice new rule. Although technically, is he the last if we have someone late joining the show? Technically, he might not be. But we don't want to straddle the newbies with cleaning up the beach bunker. We don't leave much of a mess anyway, do we? I don't think so. News yesterday that legendary music star Tina Turner passed away at the age of 83. She was living in Switzerland and was an absolutely amazing star. Of course, she came onto the scene. You likely first knew her when she performed with her husband, Ike, and that was a terrible, terrible relationship. Don't have to get into that. You know the story there. It's just awful. But what I love most about the Tina Turner story is that you could just see it. She just oozed ass-kicking. She was an ass-kicking singer. She just threw it out there, left it on the stage every time she sang, and every time she performed. Now look at those legs. They were insured for millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And I love the fact that she, to this day, has one of the biggest, if not the biggest, musical comebacks in history. Because while she was making music in the late 60s and into the 70s with Ike and Tina Turner, her comeback in the 80s was one for the record books because she was pretty much done. She's 44 years old, and she came back on the scene with, What's Love Got to Do with It, Simply the Best, and then you know the rest of the story. But Tina Turner would not have had that comeback had it not been for David Bowie, of all people. Neat story there. Because Tina Turner never really stopped making music between the 70s and the 80s. she was making music and wasn't really being recognized all that much. And it got to the point where Tina Turner and David Bowie were on the same record label in the early 80s. And in 1983, the record label decided that they weren't going to sign Tina Turner. And David Bowie was meeting with record reps, and they said, okay, you ready to re-sign, David? You're like a super mega star. You're amazing. He's like, you know what? I am going to sign, but we're going to go out for dinner first. All of us together. And they're like, yeah, you name it, man. You're a star. You can do whatever you want. He goes, we're going to go out for supper, and then we're going to see my favorite act. And they're like, hey, you're the boss. You're the mega superstar. Whatever you say. And David Bowie says, we're going to see Tina Turner. And they went to a Tina Turner show, and she talked about that right up until her passing, about how she owed everything to David Bowie, and that when he brought the record executives in, almost like you know what, are you sure you want to walk away from this? You're absolutely sure? And it was then that the record label says, you know what? We might be making a big mistake letting this Tina Turner go. David Bowie's a big star, and he really obviously likes her, and we'll maybe just blame it on David Bowie if this all goes sideways. And so they signed Tina Turner. And it wasn't long after that she had a #1 hit single, a Grammy Award, and was one of the biggest selling pop stars of the early 80s. And everybody was into Tina Turner. It's a great story. I can't wait to see what her carrot cake recipe looks like. I'll be honest with you. I mean, she's this legendary carrot cake recipe. We're going to play it for you, and we're also going to have a musical tribute coming up after 7:30. So join us at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show as we celebrate Tina Turner this morning after 7:30. And I'm asking you, when you think of Tina Turner, you also think of what? I think I said mine already, the legs. When I think of Tina Turner, I think of those heavily insured legs. And I think that she was one of the first people I'd ever heard of that had any kind of body part insured. Like, wasn't it Bruce Springsteen that had his voice insured? I think it was Bruce Springsteen and Tina Turner were the ones that, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Holy cow. I forgot that she was in that movie. Yes, she was a movie star too. Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at this and see if oh yeah, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Might have to watch that again. We'll show you some Tina here. Give me a second. Okay, so this is, I want to find the Tina part though. Oh, here she is. Yeah, there's Tina Turner. Yeah, that is, I'm going to watch that again. Hey, thanks for that. That is a classic. I'm going to watch that again. That is just kind of one of those movies that super fantasy, kind of end of the world. She's a badass, but it just stands to reason. It is a little on the cheesy side, but it's okay. It's worth a watch. Mel Gibson's in it too. And was big. What year? Does it say what year that came out? That was in mid to late 80s. So when you think of Tina Turner, what do you think about? So that she didn't eat many quarter pounders. Yes, I would think not. And the way she moved. Mick Jagger even said that, that whole where he gets kind of crazy and kicks his leg up. And he says he was inspired by Tina Turner to do that. He saw her do it at a show once. He's like, I think I'm going to try and do that in my show. And so, I mean, like Mick Jagger needed any help. He didn't. He's just like a ball of energy, this guy. But he got that move from Tina. So, Misbehaving said, never heard of that movie. Well, isn't that great that Trev mentioned it? So we're going to watch it now. It's actually a pretty decent show, but it's super old. And Definitely not on the highlight reel for any of the big players like Netflix or Prime or anything. You might have to go digging for it. I'm not sure where it would be, but I'm sure one of our sun seekers would point us in the right direction to find Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. So Tina Turner, 83. She was in Switzerland at the time of her passing, and she passed away from cancer. And she was on Instagram not all that long ago, and some fans are talking about that this morning. That she had an ominous post. She said, "If I had known how high blood pressure and kidney disease are connected, I would have been spared a lot of suffering." This is from 2 months ago. She'd shared a little bit about her health. Today's International World Kidney Day. Kidneys fail without pain. Show your kidneys some love. They deserve it. My kidneys are victims of my not realizing that my high blood pressure should have been treated with conventional medicine. I've put myself in great danger by refusing to face the reality that I need daily, lifelong therapy with medication. For far too long, I believed that my body was an untouchable and indestructible bastion. Isn't that, I think a lot of us feel that way sometimes, that we just kind of plow through and everything will be okay. And that's why it's good to go to the doctor, get that blood pressure checked. It's not only good for your heart, but like Tina said, good for the kidneys. She was delighted to support the Foundation for Kidney Health. Show your kidneys some love. So that was a couple of months ago. And I believe it was a form of intestinal cancer that took her from us. But, here's a great shot of her and Mick Jagger. That's probably where she says, "You can use the move. You can use the move. Go ahead. Go ahead and use the move." That is such a great picture of her down there smiling. Oh, man, that is just awesome. She retired in 2000. So, she has not been on a stage in a very, very long time, 23 years. But as what always happens when these musical stars pass away, is that you will see on iTunes, if you don't already see it this morning, that her songs will be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. What's Love Got to Do with It? Simply the Best. Because you've got a whole new generation of fans, or yet to be fans, people just saying, "So what's the big deal about Tina Turner?" And then they're downloading and go, "Holy cow, this is awesome." And they spread the word and so on. So here's what some folks are telling me on social media this morning. Thanks a lot, Miss Behaven. She's showed us where we can watch Mad Max, theflickster.tv. Yeah, watch it this weekend and let us know what you think of it. It's a pretty good show. And on social media, Dawn says, rolling down the river. That's what she thinks of when she thinks of Tina Turner. Kara says, I think simply the best. Mike says, better than all the rest. And my friend Ryan, who we used to be in radio together at one time, he is retired from the business as well. He said somebody at WABC mistakenly called her Tina Tuna. That could happen in broadcasting school. You were getting the bugs out, Ron. We were getting the bugs out. I'm still getting the bugs out 31 years later. 32 years later. Iconic says Suzanne, simply the best. The hair. Tracy said the hair. Yeah, I mean, the hair was pretty amazing. Let's be honest. It was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And Tara says that I love that she was a strong woman to have gone through all the things she did and still carry on. Beautiful, brave, and strong. How well put is that, Tara? That is just, I think that ties into the ass kicking that I was talking about earlier. She was an ass kicker, and she took no crap from anybody. Well, she took crap from Ike and finally just said, this is bullshit. I'm out of here. And she was so strong and so inspirational. And I think that, if Hollywood can get through this writer's strike, there's now a director strike coming. We're not going to get anything out of Hollywood for like a year. But once that crap's put to bed, they need to make a shining Tina Turner movie and watch it win an Oscar, because her story is as powerful, if not more powerful, than the music that she made. Absolutely incredible. So, more on Tina Turner coming up, but first to the Florida Panthers.
Puck comes back out. Now Reinhardt with it. Down to 10 seconds. Maybe left there with the post.
Yeah, this happened last night. The Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup. Paul Maurice, who was coach of the Winnipeg Jets at one time, he said to himself, okay, I guess Winnipeg is...
So many things happening in those final seconds from Paul Maurice with the adrenaline punch there. Matthew Tkachuk punches the Panthers.
And he has lots of Jets connections. He was Keith Tkachuk. Well, he is Keith Tkachuk, but his dad, Keith, played for the Winnipeg Jets, was one of the last Winnipeg Jets to play in the city before they moved to Phoenix. So, you know, as if Florida doesn't have enough. I mean, they've got Disney World. They've got the beaches. They've got alligators. They've got palm trees. They've got low taxes. They've got good baseball teams, good football teams. There's Paul Maurice. And now they're going to probably have a Stanley Cup. Like, this is not fair that they have all this stuff in Florida. Like, can you just give us some things, please? Can you just give us some things here? They're taking everything from us. We must invade Florida. We must invade and take over Florida. But they don't have the Sun Seekers. This is true. So Florida. Yeah, it'll be Florida and Las Vegas, most likely. Two places that, when I think of Florida and Las Vegas, it really is, for both locations, the first thing in my mind is ice hockey. I think, oh, Florida, are you going to an ice hockey game? Hey, baby, let's go to Vegas. Oh, you mean the place where they play ice hockey? Are you kidding me? That's just crazy. But nevertheless, we'll wait and see how that goes. It'll be Vegas probably and Florida that will play in the Stanley Cup final, and we'll wait to see how that all plays out. Maybe Kelly will be watching and invite us. Yeah, I doubt it. He actually lives about 2 blocks from this beach bunker, Kelly does. I don't know how many houses the guy has. He's probably got like multiple homes, but one of his places is not too far. I see him walking in the neighborhood sometimes. It's weird to see him on TV, and then like 2 days later, you're seeing him walk around town. He's probably one of our biggest celebrities, I think, if not the biggest in our area, for those who know Kelly McCrimmon. Yeah, we'll have to see how that all plays out. Are you excited about Florida? Are you excited? I just can't get into it. I can't get into the Sun Belt teams. Although, having been to Vegas and talked to Vegas fans, they are crazy for hockey. But I don't think no one grew up in Las Vegas. I mean, they all came from other places. I mean, they're all working in casinos and gun shops and payday loan places, and they've moved from, Armpit, Minnesota and cold as hell Montana and the stuff. They're going to Vegas to make some money and stay warm. And they're hockey fans, so it stands to reason that I guess so. I'll cheer for Vegas when it's Vegas in Florida, especially considering Florida's filled with Jets traders. Since Paul Maurice bolted, it's like, I'm not going to win a cup with Winnipeg, so I'll go to Florida. Thanks, Paul. Thanks. You do you, Paul. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. And then you got the Tkachuk family, who also bolted and left us. Starting with Keith. Yeah, Keith. While Teemu Selanne was in tears, leaving Winnipeg. I don't want to leave Winnipeg. It's so beloved. I love the fans. They're so amazing. He comes back. It's like The ticker tape parade. It's just amazing. But when Keith Tkachuk left, it's just like, Keith is like, you guys are not paying me enough. No, the team is going broke. You realize that. We have to move the team from what I don't care. You guys have money. I want the money. Show me the money. And that's really kind of how it went down when he left town. It's like, really, dude? I'll never forget those two comparisons of players, Teemu Selanne and Keith Tkachuk. Now his kid is probably different. You can't, sins of the father, all this type of stuff. But I'm watching him cheer last night. Oh, yeah, good for you. Nice. Very good. Good for you. Yeah. Winnipeg or Florida. Can't blame Paul. Come on. Come on. We need to have something here. Something. Give us something. We can't even have Paul Maurice. Oh, God. They got too much in Florida. We need to just, dear Florida, please quit being a hog. You're taking all the good stuff. You're taking all the good stuff, not leaving us anything. Anywho, we're going to move things over to Twitch, so come on by. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. We would love to have you over here. We've got our tribute to Tina Turner coming up in the next little bit. Also, Murray Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac Certified Service Express. Boy, I've been waiting to say that. Yes, the Murray Auto Group. It is so good to have those words leave my lips. It's been a long time. Murray Auto Group. We're so glad to have you on as sponsors. Starting June 1st, we're going to show you that they've got some live camera action going on. We'll show it to you coming up after 7:30. More Tina, happiest places or instant ways to get happy, and the most miserable places on earth. And we'll never go there. We'll never go there. That and more at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Again, you can get the podcast at Red Circle, at Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, and I appreciate you downloading that. It's an abbreviated audio version of the show. Thank you so much for downloading that. I do appreciate the support, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow if you're watching us on social media. But at this time, we do have to say goodbye to our friends on TikTok this morning and the rest of our social media crews. So goodbye to TikTokers and goodbye to Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and the rest of you. We're moving on over to Twitch. The party is on Twitch. Join us, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. We'll see you for a